population is essential for long-term economic development, yet numerous developing countries grapple with low-quality education. Many students complete primary school without acquiring functional literacy and numeracy skills, indicating a struggling educational system. The challenge of improving education is being addressed by regional and international organizations. However, multiple countries lack the local capacity to use student outcome data for improving their education policies and systems. In response, PEP is partnering with the Global Education Analytics Institute to host the Africa Fellows in Education program AFEP. This is an initiative to increase local capacity and enhance education decision-making process across sub-Saharan Africa. With an emphasis on policy impact, this program aims to contribute to the sustainable development of evidence-informed research to improve schools. 4 research fellows were selected as part of the inaugural program to address the local capacity gap and enhance education decision-making process across sub-Saharan Africa. Eric Hanushek, founder of the program and the recipient of the 2021 Yedan Prize for Education Research Laureate, talks about how this program came into being.
What we are trying to do with the Africa Fellows in Education program is to develop a network of people that can, from their own countries, lead to better decision-making about education. I think it's key that people understand both the research and knowledge that's developed elsewhere, but understand how they can use that to improve their own schools. So we're excited about the cohort of AFEP fellows that came to the conference this year. And just before the conference, we announced the second and larger cohort of AFEP fellows that we think will start to develop this full network.
Now, let us hear Ramaile, director of the program, who shares the progress made so far in AFEP.
So far, what we have actually achieved with these fellows is basically they have gone through most of our training programs, and they've also gone through conferences. They have attended conferences through which we have actually networked them with both international experts and some of the local experts, depending on which conference, whether it's international or an African conference. So in a sense, we have actually seen the strength of these fellows coming into the program with some unclear ideas, some not having actually researched on education at all before, and to a point where I think at the moment they are much more confident, this cohort of fellows, and they are more independent on researching on education matters in Africa.
The first cohort of fellows attended the 2024 PEP Annual Conference in Nairobi, Kenya. The event brought together 166 researchers, practitioners, international experts, representatives of donor and international organizations, and policy actors from 29 countries to strengthen local research capacity and explore the policy implications of PEP research. There, the fellows presented their research projects for peer review and discussion, receiving valuable feedback. Dr. Eline Hofmeyr talks about the importance of cross-learning between African countries.
So my key takeaways from the sessions so far have been that across the African continent, people face very, very similar challenges. The sessions that we've had have been on youth employment and education, and we've seen a lot of reviews of youth employment programs in 9 different countries in Africa. And one of the things that stands out is so many countries are facing similar issues, and so many countries are trying to address those issues in similar ways. So I think there's a lot to be gained in terms of countries sharing their findings, sharing their experience, because it's very clear that a lot of countries in Africa are facing very similar issues in terms of employment and education.
Amadou comments on how policymakers can ensure more inclusive decisions.
The most important aspect is allowing researchers to easily access the information that is available at their end. So including, for instance, the data, including access to some of the reports, which could be a very useful source of information in being able to understand the issues that researchers are trying to study. And this, in my opinion, will greatly enhance the output of research that is being produced, and as well as be very informative in terms of providing evidence that could be the basis for which policymakers make decisions regarding critical issues that are relevant.
Let us hear from Yesele on how she got an opportunity to share her research.
Alors, je dois dire que c'était très intéressant. J'ai beaucoup appris dans les différentes discussions qui sont tenues depuis hier, depuis le début de la conférence. Et je pense que c'était une opportunité formidable déjà d'apprendre un peu plus sur cette question dans différents pays d'Afrique, où on a eu beaucoup d'études de cas dans les pays comme le Sénégal, le Niger, etc. C'est fut aussi également l'occasion pour moi de partager avec d'autres chercheurs le projet sur lequel je mène actuellement dans le cadre du programme AFEP.
Ja shares on how the research presentations were helpful in creating connections.
Many researchers from different parts of the world across Africa, we have met together here in Nairobi for the conference. So this is a chance, first of all, like to learn from each other, but also part of networking, discussing about different policy issues, about different challenges facing our countries, discussing about future collaborations in how to address these challenges in terms of research. Yeah, so I think while there are alternatives, like people we can meet virtually and do the same presentation, but physical meeting is very important. Like it kind of make people more connected than if they meet virtual. Yeah, and also people feel like knowing each other by seeing, like meeting face to face. It creates some kind of bond and commitment when it comes to, let's say, some of the collaborations or future work that researchers can do.
The event benefited greatly from audience participation. In addition to the presentations, those in the room asked insightful questions and added valuable comments at the end of each presentation.